What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and welcome to another Out of the Theater review. Now, I know in the last one, I said my next one was going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but out of nowhere, in between that time, I got an email that said there was going to be a screening of The Flash, and I was able to secure tickets and a seat because this screening had a line of hundreds of people that ended up getting turned away who couldn't see the movie. So it was pretty crazy, but I ended up getting in. So I'm actually going to be doing an early review of The Flash. Now, I will preface this with apparently this was there was a note from the director before the film that said this is not the final version. I don't know how different it can be. The runtime is still like 2.5 hours. There's no end credits. Other than that, it seemed like a finished movie. It doesn't have like missing special effects or anything like that. So maybe there's a scene or two different. I don't know. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I watched, and I'm assuming the movie's going to be very, very, very close to this. Let me just start off with the positives. There's a lot. I thought the movie was a blast, an absolute blast. It is really funny, really funny. So if, you know, the trailers, they let on that there's some humor, but it is very funny. I would compare this tonally to more of like a Spider-Man film. If you're just talking like a comparison, you know, Barry Allen, younger guy, a lot of quips and one-liners, and really funny, like legitimately funny. I had a good amount of laughs. So I thought the movie was very comedic, but well done. Now, Ezra Miller, controversy aside, I don't get into all that. The performance, he's really good. And he's playing multiple versions of Barry Allen, and he does a great job of making each one its own thing. Like the Barry Allen that we know, the one that is from the Justice League and the, you know, the previous films that he's appeared in versus this one from this alternate, you know, history, you know, because it has to do with time travel. So I'm going to be spoiler free, but he does a great job of distinguishing the two. They feel like they are a version of the same person, but they don't feel exactly the same. So I thought that was great. I thought his performance was great. As far as Supergirl, she's awesome. She is super awesome. Not in it enough. One thing I will say is I would temper expectations as far as how much you're going to see a lot of the other characters that are in all the advertisements, because Supergirl's in it, but she's not in it like a ton all throughout. She's really cool though when she does show up on screen. She's great in the action scenes. The performance is good. A little broody, but pretty good. Michael Keaton, amazing. I mean, he's amazing. He's great as Batman. Also, he has more screen time, but a little more than Supergirl, but still not in it like throughout the whole movie. Ben Affleck, 5 minutes. He has maybe 5 minutes of screen time. I did not like some of the choices they made with the way the character looks and sounds. And that's all I'll say. Other than that, he was, you know, he's got pretty much one scene. There are other cameos I will not share. I will not talk about because they are, you know, I don't want to spoil anything for you. So there is some cool cameos, very, very interesting cameos. The theater that I was at reacted strongly to, so that's pretty cool if you're looking forward to any cameos. Michael, well, I'll save that for the negatives. Anyway, Ezra Miller, and one thing I liked is that they did focus, the movie is a Flash movie, first and foremost, and he is the main character, and he is on screen the whole time, and I was a little worried that they were going to turn it into a, you know, Captain America Civil War situation where like it's a Captain America movie in the title, but really it's about 60 other characters. Like this is very much about Barry and his decisions, his choices, how they affect him. And then these other players show up and they interact with him, but it is his movie first and foremost. And I like that. I actually like that they went that route and didn't just make it about Batman or Supergirl. So that was cool. The music, awesome. A lot of the Danny Elfman Batman score in this, which is just a classic score anyway, but all the other music is actually really good too. The action scenes are a lot of fun. I thought they were very well executed. You know, they add a little bit of humor to them, some of them, and then some of them are done pretty straight, but they're cool. Like there's a lot of really cool moments. I think especially younger viewers are really going to get a kick out of it. But yeah, I thought the action scenes were really good. On the downside, it is kind of long. Like I said, it's about 2.5 hours. You could feel the length, but I was also having a good time. But just be aware, there's a few scenes here or there that, you know, could have been trimmed, whatever. Not much though, honestly, not much. And then as far as one of my issues, the only issue I really had is Michael Shannon, he's been in the advertisements as General Zod. I think the movie lacked an amazing villain because he was an amazing villain in Man of Steel, but he's not in this movie as much as you might think he is. He doesn't have a ton of screen time, and he pretty much is doing all the same stuff he did in Man of Steel, except like way less. So other than that, there's like a lack of a great, amazing villain, you know, for him to go up against. It's more so about the decisions he makes and how that affect everything more than like good guy versus bad guy. So just keep that in mind when you're going to watch it. Other than that, I won't say anything else. I thought the movie was a blast. I thought it looked great, sounded great. Some of the CGI, there's a few parts where the CGI, some of the things, the way it looks, it will be like very awesome. And then the next thing will be kind of like, I didn't love that. It looked a little too CGI, but whatever. Minor complaint. I'm going to give the movie a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 strong. Again, if this is different than the final version, I'm sure it's not much different. I don't think it's going to be some total overhaul. Again, maybe a scene or two difference. As is, I will probably see it again when it comes out because the theater I was in, it was a screening. It wasn't as loud as I wanted it to. It was like a regular theater. So I do want to see it in IMAX or Dolby, one of these big, expensive, loud theaters. So I'll be checking it out again in 2 weeks. But I will say 9 out of 10. Fantastic movie. A lot of fun. Go see it at the theater in a loud theater. Of course, if you like these videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscription button down below. Hit the bell notification. And of course, give me a like. Just drop a like. Just click the little thumbs up. It helps the video do better. And leave a comment down below. Are you looking forward to The Flash? Is this on your most anticipated of the year list? And now, next video will be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Until then, take it easy.